In the spring of 1948, high school dropout Art Buchwald was having the time of his life. After being discharged from the U.S. Marine Corps at the end of World War II, he had enrolled at the University of Southern California in Los Angeles as a special student under the GI Bill. "I'm having a ball," the new college man wrote his sisters Alice, Doris, and Edith back home in New York. "All your predictions about what would happen to me if I goofed off in high school have not proven true. USC sees something in me that you girls never did. A promising brain surgeon, a future member of the Supreme Court, or, at the very least, a Nobel laureate in literature." Art took great pleasure in writing to his father and sisters about his charmed life in California. "I have never been happier in my life. I wear a cotton sweater that could be taken for cashmere, and nobody gives me a bad time or tells me what to do," he wrote home with glee. "As soon as I mail this letter, I am going out to buy saddle shoes and get a date with a Trojan co-ed. Jewish, of course." Art lived with 13 other students in an off-campus boarding house run by an odd woman named Mrs. Liebchen, who, according to Buchwald, seemed to possess a deep-seated hatred for anyone not of the Aryan race. Although she never displayed any open hostility toward Buchwald as a Jew, he always found her fondness for a German newspaper with a swastika on the front page a bit unsettling. As a special non-degree student, he was the envy of his classmates since he could enroll in any course that caught his fancy. "When asked what I intend to do with my life," he told one of his sisters, "I reply, I'll probably be a writer for the cinema or start a book on the corrupt athletic programs in our university system." In an effort to hone his skills as a writer, Buchwald took courses in drama and creative writing. "Foreign languages and the sciences interested me as much as nuclear waste," he later said. In one of his writing classes, he wrote a theme paper titled A Short Report on Satire, an ironic bit of foreshadowing in which he claimed that humor and satire can act as a civilizing agent on society, tempering its political and cultural excesses. "The satirist is always at war with society," he wrote, "but I think it's a worthwhile fight." When not in the classroom, Buchwald enjoyed the time he spent as managing editor of the campus humor magazine Wampus and as a columnist for the Daily Trojan newspaper, both of which provided an early outlet for his brand of humor and satire. "USC was my training ground before I went out into the world and stuck pins into the rich and powerful," he later wrote. He even tried his hand at a comic theatrical production, once writing a musical play based on the atomic experiments at Bikini Island, called No Love Atoll. Despite its catchy title, the play closed after a campus run of only 4 days. Then, during his third year at USC, Buchwald struck gold. One morning over coffee, he learned from a fellow student about a tuition benefit program under the GI Bill that would permit him to study in Paris, the Mecca of writers and the city of romance, where, he told friends, the streets are lined with beds. His dream was to follow in the steps of Hemingway, Eliot Paul, and Gertrude Stein, he declared. "I wanted to stuff myself with baguettes and snails, fill my pillow with rejection slips, and find a French girl named Mimi who believed that I was the greatest writer in the world." After bidding goodbye to his friends and the peculiar Frau Liebchen, Buchwald hitchhiked from Los Angeles to New York, where he booked a one-way ticket to France on a former troop carrier. As the ship hit the open seas, Art had no doubts that he had made the right decision, and he was as happy as ever. During the long ocean voyage to France, Buchwald spent evenings out on the deck reflecting on his past. "I started adding up everything that had happened to me since my birth," he later wrote. "My life had been a series of zigs and zags. Soon after I was born, my mother was confined to a mental institution where she remained for 35 years. With my 3 sisters, I was placed in the Hebrew Orphan Asylum in New York and then boarded out with foster parents, in 8 different kinds of homes with God knows how many strangers.